Hi everyone, welcome back to a new Magazine Monday. So this is our third magazine in the Magazine Monday series, and this is another Crafts Beautiful. This is March edition, issue 330, and we're going to be creating this look, create this project. So I've already did a lot of stuff. I've cut some paper down, I got out the washi tape, and now we're just working on the project. So I'm using this cardstock, and it's 65-pound cardstock. This is Martha Stewart paper, and we have some washi tape going on right here. And the good thing about washi tape, you know, I normally don't have anything good to say about washi tape, right? Is that, well, washi tape is very pretty. You know, always say that. It's very, very pretty, and it's cool to use as long as it's going to stay down. And so we're just going to burnish this in some. My line is crooked, but that's okay because we're going to cover that up with our sentiment. I don't think they have that magazine on the shelf anymore, but remember I did the flip through with you all, and I showed you the magazines that we would be working on this upcoming year. I don't think we will do many projects out of this magazine because I didn't see a lot of paper crafts that I actually wanted to try and do. I did see some other things that I may try to do, but we'll have to see. And that will probably just be a project share because that one has the little the sewing dog in there. That's really, really cool and pretty to try and do. I am in a Facebook group. I think it's a Dollar Tree Facebook group, and this lady, I think it's a Dollar Tree. I think it's like a Dollar Crafts or Upcycle. I can't remember the name of it, but she makes little dogs or bears. It's so pretty. If I learned, like, if I could learn a real craft, that would be so cool. Like to sew things. Like I can sew a little bit. Like I can sew some stitches on some things. I'm not gonna say I'm the best at it. And I can crochet some stuff. Like I can do an Afghan or a blanket. I call it blanket. I saw someone posted, why do people call these blankets? And somebody was like, that's because what they are. But you know, they like to call them Afghans, the original name of it. So I just call it a blanket or Afghan. Most of the time a blanket. So I can do that, and I can probably do a granny square blanket, which I have done in the past. But I can't do anything like intricate to my knowledge. Like I made hats before, scarves, things like that, but nothing that sounds like, oh my goodness. Like when I went to Comic-Con in 2017, I believe, the baby was almost two, going on 2. I think he was going on 2 because his birthday's late in the year. So I bought him this little octopus, and it was like $12, $15, and I did not complain about the price because I was at Comic-Con for 1, and for 2, you know, I understand that whole get up when you go places, the time, especially time that you put in. So I've inked the edges on some of them, and some I didn't. I don't like this fold that much, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna work it out. I always say that, don't I? So put that to the side. And let me just remind you how the picture looks. So it's fairly, excuse my voice, it's fairly plain and simple. I will not be putting this on because the stamp set doesn't have that little banner piece. Oh, it does have a banner piece, so we will be putting the banner piece on. And I was looking for this butterfly. You see how big it looks on the picture? But then it's this size, so it can fit nicely on here. So it's 2 butterflies, I believe. It's this one and that one. So we're going to use that one, those 2 on the project. And I have another, you know, I have plenty butterfly stamps. So if you don't have the magazine and you see the picture, you can always do your own creation. You don't have to use what I've used. You know, can save some money. But if you want that magazine, you'll probably have to go online and find it. We're going to use, let's use Tombow. It doesn't matter which glue you use. Try to get your edges as close as possible. I do believe that the art glitter glue is probably better for edges, but because I take so long in doing things and gluing stuff down, I usually just grab the Tombow. Unless I know precisely how I'm going to glue it down, then that is what I do. You could always use adhesive tape, because tape is good as well. All right. I just have a problem if it's crooked. Like you see, this is actually pretty straight, but if it was crooked, I would struggle with taking the tape off and adjusting it. So now I'm just burnishing this in very hard so that the glue, they have a nice wetting. They marry up very well. My little glue grabber over here. You need some kind of rag or a towel or paper towel or, you know, a wipe. So I'm just going to show you all of it, I guess. I'll come back and do the next portion. But that's all. We've done that so far. All right, so I went ahead and stamped out the sentiments and the little butterflies. And I also used my stamp shape punch. You know, I like that one. So we're going to go ahead and do the sentiment first. The one thing we're not going to do, we're not going to do this little flag. And I'm going to show you why. I think, of course, this card is a A2 size card. So it's smaller than this card that's demonstrated. But I feel like it's just too much going on. So we got our sentiment right here, right? Then we're going to have our butterflies. 1, 2, right? And the way they have, let's put the butterflies down first. The way they have this, even with this, the butterflies kind of overlapping. Can you see it? It's overlapping it. So if I was to do overlapping butterflies, because I made these kind of large, I just feel like it would be too much for more stuff to go on here. Does that make sense to you all? Like it makes sense to me. I have to scoot this up some, but this is how the card is going to look once we get everything together. So let's go ahead and look stamped out and colored. I did use some archival. I used the Pick Raspberry as well as the purple Concord, is it? Oh, Dusty Concord. Great. Right, so now this is the thing. I put this line too far up. So if you do this, make sure your line is down somewhere. Make a larger size card, because the sentiment has to go over that. But on some of the cards, I don't think it's going to work out properly, because this is huge. So let's see which one we want to cover up a little bit. In the picture, it is one covered up. So we're just going to try and do that just like that. And what I want to do, I want to take some tape down one, and then we're going to pop this and the sentiment up on dimensional tape. And also, in the collective dollar store haul video, you know, I told you I bought that tape that was like 2 for $1. You know, I already told you I'll never buy that tape again. So I've been trying to put it on straight, flat surfaces that I'm not too afraid about screwing up, because that stuff is super sticky. It will stick, you know, it won't release, and when it comes apart, it's like gummy sticky, so it'll release odd, very odd. So, you know, I'm just putting 4 on here because sometimes I do 2 and it kind of looks crooked or flat on one side, but this is how the inside is looking. So of course you can do it however you want, whatever makes you the happiest. Just gonna burnish this down some so the glue is all the way stuck on it. I learned that from someone. This is gonna do this. I'm gonna just pick this up off. I've been having to do this because this little labels, the other side of the tape is super duper hard to pull up. And you know, when you have long fingernails, it's easier to do, but when you cut your nails and then go to try to play with tape, you know, sometimes I make very wise decisions and sometimes I don't. So I'm gonna put this up just a little bit, and it's okay that it's covering. I just didn't want to hang off the card too much. Let's go ahead and put our sentiment down. I'm gonna have to bring the sentiment down some. And there we are, and I'm gonna do the rest and come back. Okay, so this is the card we made together, kinda, and this is how it looks on the inside, blank on the inside. Very cute, I think. And then here are the other three, similar. This is the only one that I put the tape too high, but it's okay, I think. Let me know in the comment section what you're thinking. Each one has a different one. I like this black ink for this card more so than the purple or the pink. This one has purple and pink on it, and then here's another black. This would be a good easel card, I think. So this is what the inspiration was right here. And this is what we created. So leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think. You know, I am probably going to add, I have some little stars or some glitter. I may, not real glitter, but these things right here I may painstakingly put on, I think maybe. We'll see. I'll say thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Until next time, happy crafting.